Hello, my name is Christopher Archambault. I'm the executive head chef of the Headland Hotel in Newquay, Cornwall. Very happy to answer 3 questions for MJ. First of which is top CV tips. So I guess it might sound a little callous, but when you read the opening paragraph or the opening sort of statement, and it's those well-worn grooves of I'm a hardworking chef, I'm passionate about food and fresh local produce, yada yada yada. It's just too general. It's too worn. It's in my experience, those that pump themselves up with those sort of worn out sort of tales are not the ones that cut it in the kitchen. So you either be a little bit more creative, or you just forego the opening sort of statement altogether and just let your CV speak for itself. We're looking for length of tenure, good places, etc., etc. Also, we might be chefs, but we're not schleps. Wear a suit never fails to impress. It doesn't seem to be the norm in our industry, but dress good, and it's just first impressions are everything. Best advice I was ever given, a long time ago now, my great mentor in London, Andy Kress. It was a frustrated moment for both of us, as I remember. I think it was post-service, maybe a bad service. And he said, "You've got to think of everything all the time, Chris." I thought he was mad. Clearly, that's a mad statement to make. And it took me a long time to realize that I don't even think that he meant that it was possible to think of all things of all time. But we have to be so flexible. We've got to think on the fly. We've got to come up with solutions so quickly that the goal, the carrot, on the stick in front of you is to try and think of everything at all times. And it's the same thing I tell sous chefs. So thank you, Andy. It's still words to live by. Lastly, favorite book. Books have been a huge part of my path as a chef. Not just cookbooks, but reference books. More sort of deep foodie stuff like Elizabeth David, and even books that just, novels that contained a lot about food and whatnot. So books, very dear to my heart. I didn't want to drag out sort of some well-worn, big hitter cookbooks that we all know and love and that have inspired me as well. I thought I'd bring out something slightly more obscure. It's called The Modern Art Cookbook by Marianne Cause. And it is a beautiful book that combines a lot of recipes. I don't really use it so much for the recipes, but I really like the idea of how she's chosen art, and it's all sorts of different art through the ages, combined with words, recipes, the pictures, the paintings being the inspiration to go along with recipes. And it's just a beautiful book for your collection. So that might be one that you haven't heard of or don't have that's worth getting for sure. It's something that you just keep going back to time and time again anyway. So stay safe, everyone, and may our industry return gangbusters very soon. Bye.